Facebook 2010, a place for people to share family photos and keep up with their friends. Or if you were like me, it was for gaming. There was something special about Facebook gaming. It brought a social aspect to Flash games that was missing on all other Flash websites, like Addicting Games, Max Games, Armor Games, and even the GOAT, Kongregate. The amazing part about playing on these Flash websites as a kid was the insane variety and volume of games on them. As a kid, the only social aspect about them was talking to or playing them with my friends either on the school computers or on my home computer. Facebook gaming helped these Flash games turn into interactive games that we would play with or alongside our friends. Of course, there was Steam, but as a kid with a horrible PC, the typical Steam game was too much for my PC to run. Facebook games really came at the perfect time. The games were easy for everyone to run, and enough people were on Facebook, so playing with your friends was fast and easy. It's funny to think about how easy it is to make an email now, but back then as a 12-year-old, it seemed like a daunting task just creating an account for some of these online games. When I first started playing games on Facebook, there was one thing that stuck out like a sore thumb compared to the typical Flash websites, and that was in-game purchases. Even as a kid, I understood how Flash games made money. They are free to play, but there are ads on the webpage, and sometimes ads are played before you play the game. There's also site exclusive items or missions. This meant that if you really wanted the best item in the game, the only way to obtain it was by skill, time, and dedication. Coming to Facebook, not only were some items so hard to obtain, but some were even behind a paywall.
Damn, what is that, bro?
Now this was just a small downside for the chance to play with all of your friends and even get updates to the game, which I never noticed happen to a Flash game. I fortunately never spent any money on these games, but I remember playing Backyard Monsters and really wanted to buy the 5th builder so I could progress my base faster. And if you didn't already know this was the game that Supercell copied to create Clash of Clans. Though I did not spend any money, there were millions of people that did, and this is where we see the true success of Facebook games. Something so dated now, but was a classic back then, was the share with your friends tactic that every single Facebook game did. And I mean, they were absolutely relentless with this. Did you catch the same fish you have caught 55 times before? Share it with your friends. Wow, did you reach level 2 in Backyard Monsters? Brag to your friends. Anyone who played back then can remember how constant this was. It may as well have been a minigame in itself to try and see how fast you could deny these requests. If you were someone who shared these, I know it's been 10 years, but if no one has told you yet, we do not care about how your last harvest went in Farmville. With all that being said, there's no better feeling than progressing on a game while doing nothing. Like seriously, closing the game and knowing there will be something for you to do the next day was so satisfying. I remember being excited to go to bed knowing that by the time I wake up, my champion Backyard Monsters would be ready to be upgraded. The in-game purchases really took advantage of this feeling to create an instant satisfaction loop for the player if they had the money to spend. The more they could spend, the more they could upgrade, in turn making them progress faster and becoming much stronger than the average free-to-play player. These in-game purchases felt weird coming from Flash games, but modern games like Clash of Clans have mastered this today. Now, if Facebook was so ahead of its time and everyone who played games on their website enjoyed it, then why did it cease to exist? Well, Facebook saw the writing on the wall with many of their popular developers like Zynga, Popcat, Munch Games, and King move to mobile gaming. Now, if you were an early adopter of mobile gaming, you'll remember how basically every game wanted you to log in with a Facebook account. Nowadays, almost no games ask you to log in with Facebook. They'd much rather have you do it with your phone number or email anyways. You can create an amazing and original video game, but to generate as much revenue as possible, you must maximize engagement. Now, which platform is easier to access? A Facebook game which takes a computer, a Facebook account, and an internet connection, or just a phone, which have many games on it and doesn't even need internet connection? In reality, it would have been more likely to have been an iPad or an iPod, but you get the point. All you needed to engage and play the same games was a much more portable and accessible device that could run the games the exact same as a computer. Another large part of this big change was so many companies seeing the mobile gaming market blow up and deciding to create their games for the App Store rather than Facebook gaming. A prime example of this is Clash of Clans. Originally, Clash of Clans was in development for the computer, but they ended up switching it to mobile. Of course, this was the right play because the game they copied, Backyard Monsters, has been shut down while Clash of Clans is still one of the biggest games in the world. You see, it's not that Facebook gaming was bad, it's just that the mobile gaming market took all of the new and existing developers away from the platform.